Hello and welcome to episode 72 of AFC Fylde, Still We Rise. Here on Football Manager 2020, the Coasters are in the midst of the Championship promotion race. We sit on 69 points, just 3 behind leaders Crystal Palace and West Brom. Today's episode is a double game week. We play both Reading and Stoke City at the Globe Arena. We've got every chance of taking some points here. Reading are down in 15th, while Stoke are in 11th. I'm fairly sure that this game and the Stoke game will be pivotal to our promotion hopes. Lose them, and I think the likes of Preston and Bristol City will catch us up in the coming weeks. Can you imagine AFC Fylde in the Premier League? Me neither. But it just goes to show how good I am at Football Manager. Our last episode on YouTube was a local derby against Preston North End. We drew 1-1 thanks to Joshua Humphrey's opener, but it was equalised by Matthew Fontaine for the North End. In truth, we spent most of the episode talking about the Football Manager 21 features and the sort of game happened in the background. But be that as it may, we then went on a 3-game winning run, starting with the visit of Norwich City to the Globe Arena. Joshua Humphreys on the score sheet again, and Kenneth de Groot meant that we were 3-0 up at half time. Kyle Edwards got one back for the Canaries, but it was not enough. We continue to score plenty of goals against MK Dons. Now they are not doing so well in the Championship this season, unfortunate. It was Desmond, a 2-2 at half time, thanks to goals from Tommy Elphick and Tom Walker, which cancelled out Gilby and Vanzo. Paul Gallagher's penalty and Kenneth de Groot in the second half secured all 3 points in Milton Keynes. We then had a massive result against Crystal Palace. It was a big one. Tom Walker again on the score sheet. Duxbury and Brian Fierbeamer refound his goal-scoring touch. In truth, the best player we have played all season is Diego Roland, and he scored a hat-trick, and I was so worried that Palace were going to steal a point from the Globe Arena. Didn't happen, but it was very close. Because we ended the game so badly, that sort of bled over at Villa Park, where we just were not at the races. Callum Perkins with 2 goals, Matty Longstaff on the hour. We never had a look in against Villa, and it just goes to show how good they are at the top of the Championship and how unlikely our challenge is for promotion. In the last game, it was a rearranged game against Bristol City. We found that the Globe Arena had been flooded a couple of times. We finally played them on Tuesday, and it was a 2-1 win. Joshua Humphreys opened the scoring, some good goal scoring form from him. Tom Glasspool with the equaliser after half time for Bristol, and then Tommy Elphick with a set piece goal late in the day that stole all 3 points and left us right in the playoff race. We've now got 2 home games to come against Reading and Stoke before away ties at Middlesbrough, Millwall. We're back at the Globe Arena for West Brom, then it's Blackburn, then Swansea, and finally we end the season Sheffield Wednesday and that big one against local rivals Blackpool on the final day. Our squad for the game against Reading is quite familiar now. There aren't many changes, except for where we've got suspensions and injuries. Humphreys up front with de Groot and Fierbeamer. Those 3 are our lone stars. Fabregas and Gallagher in midfield, providing a really veteran look, a veteran feel to the centre of the park. Bridcut backing them up. He's been there, done that. Duxbury, Shotton, Elphick, and Tyrone Williams is at right back, replacing, I have to say, Luke Burke, who is suspended. Now, normally I would play George Marsh there. Unfortunately, he is not fully fit. I'm not sure whether he could do a job or not, but I'm not going to take the risk. Mitch Walker is in goal. And we are the only club to play on this Sunday. A 3 o'clock kick-off on a Sunday. There you go. Adam Lewis joins Luke Burke on the touchline. He is also suspended, both due to yellow card accumulation. Jan Songo is out with pulled ankle ligaments. And Barry Douglas, doubtful with a groin strain. I'm not going to risk him. We don't need when we've got Scott Duxbury who can step in. Barrow and McIntyre both have got twisted ankles for Reading. Don't expect to see them in the team. The only thing that I need to do just before we start is put Bridcut on a bit of a responsibility. I had a quick look at Reading's recent games, and John Swift, their attacking midfielder, was absolutely rapid. As a result, I'm going to ask him just to keep a tight eye on him. Fantastic. We also got our fullbacks also marking. The only thing I am going to do out of possession is I'm just going to drop. Do I drop our defensive line or make it higher? I think we go higher to try and catch the boys offside. There you go. And we are going to get stuck in. That's the way we're going today. Just some last minute changes. I don't like Reading. I think they're a very good side, and we are about to cop a bit of a beating, probably from both them and Stoke, if we tell the truth. As I said, I expect these games to be pivotal for our promotion hopes. Whether that comes to pass or not, we'll soon find out. But I've got a feeling we're going to cop a couple of losses. And if we do lose these two games, those next two that are away, I don't really think that we've got a chance. The expected formation there from Morecambe: Tavares, Trojansky, Swift and Nemecha. Really good players. Also look out for their right back, Spence. I think he's got a bit about him as well. If I was going to manage any team in the Championship that wasn't AFC Fylde, it would be Reading, because I think they've got plenty of potential. Yes, here we go, straight from the kickoff. You know full well they're going to score right from the opening bell. And look at Nemecha, already in with the goal. 21 seconds on the clock. I knew it from the moment the highlight begun. Assist by Swift. What did I say? Swift? There you go. Bridcut not doing enough. Elphick failing to track Nemecha. And that is the result right there. We're 1-0 down within 30 seconds. Pivotal. Those were the words. Remember that? There we go. Unbelievable. One shot, one goal from Reading. I mean, just means that we're going to have to mount a bit of a comeback. We've scored plenty of goals as of late, so hopefully we can translate that into here today at the Globe Arena. In Morecambe, obviously sharing due to Mill Farm's renovation, which continues to be ongoing. There is, however, some good news. As corner comes in, and it's a penalty. Paul Gallagher to take. He has been quite reliable. Let's see if he can continue that. Our number 8. Yes, he can. We are back on level terms with his 5th goal of the season. Well played, the former Preston man. Enjoy a bit of a celebration, my friend. The good news is that we have officially avoided relegation. Fylde cannot return to League One this season. We have done very well. And there's a disallowed goal by Tommy Elphick. Really good play in the opening few minutes here. Look at that. I don't think there was a foul there, was there? Referee, Mr. Andrew Davis in the middle. As Gallagher plays in. This is the problem. It's the counter-attack. I just worry that we're going to get caught out by the big pace from Reading. They are a very quick side as Mitch Walker dilly-dallies on the ball. Williams forward. See what he can do. There you go, see? Not brilliant. But Humphreys has retrieved. And it's going to come out all the way to Elphick, who dallies on the ball. That is not what you want. And Tavares has scored. Right, I'm not putting up with that. Tommy Elphick has done that far too often this season. You are being substituted, my friend, for Alex Whitmore. You're off. You will not see Tommy Elphick back in the team. Look at this. What's he doing? He leaves it behind. Tavares scored. I mean, Mitch Walker protecting his near post a bit too well, to be honest. A bit too far over. But Elphick has indeed been substituted. I am not putting up with that sort of performance. We're going for promotion. You know, put it in row Z. Clear the ball, man. A disgrace of a performance there from Elphick. Let's see if Whitmore can do any better. The answer is no. He lets Swift come inside. Okay. If only Jan Songo was fit, eh? He'd be straight in the side. But unfortunately, we've got to make do with what we've got. Mitch Walker, big booming clearance here. Can we do to them what they did to us? This is Spence, who I identified as a bit of a problem, getting all the way forward with a good run. And it just goes to show, I pointed out the top four in the pitch for Reading. Trojansky, Swift, Tavares and Nemecha. Two of them have got goals, one's got an assist. There you go. At least our left back, Duxbury, has kept Trojansky quiet so far. Tyrone Williams picks up a booking. It's going to be a problem now because I've used our one defensive substitution. There you go. But as I said, we are now safe from relegation. We can't get relegated. As De Groot puts us back level. It's a Desmond again at half time. This time, Spence's header, his missed interception left De Groot in at the back post with a volley. And there you have it. Great effort there from the on-loan star. Manchester United's Kenneth De Groot, the Norwegian under-21. But here comes Swift, just wide from Wintle. What a game here on YouTube. 2-2 at half-time. It's a Desmond. Going to give the lads a bit of a morale boost. A couple of them. That worked out from Craig Shaw. Well done, Craig. And here we go again. This is early doors in the second half, and it's already concerning me that Reading are again going to come right through us like a hot knife through butter. And Tavares has put them 3-2 ahead. Why is there such a lack of concentration to start the half? What's happening? Are we just getting a bit excited? Mitch Walker again covering his bases. But Tavares, free as a bird, he's not going to miss from there, is he? Not a chance. In other news, the Carabao Cup has been won by Chelsea. They overcame Manchester United in the final at Wembley. And Fylde, in fact, were named as the competition's overachievers. It's happening again. So that was our run to the fourth round, you may recall. We lost to Watford, and that there got us a bit of recognition as Williams plays the ball back all the way to Mitch Walker. His ball to Gallagher. Now it's Humphreys coming short. Beamer in behind. The cross, and it's almost in from De Groot. Almost an equaliser. I'll tell you what, if you've got a ticket to see Fylde play as of late, there have been goals galore in all the games. It has been something special for the last few. As Duxbury takes a throw-in. Now, I've got a feeling this is going to be a Reading highlight. And because it is, I'm going to bring on Walker for Fabregas. I think Fabregas has been a bit poor, a bit out of sorts during this game. As the ball is about to come in from Duxbury. No, it's not. See what I mean? Reading highlight. Told you. Now Beamer all the way back to Mitch Walker again. Reading doing such a good job in protecting their goal. Fabregas now. Big ball out wide to Beamer. And he fires wide. That was poor. Had a chance to go across the goal and find De Groot. Didn't take it. Went for Rostrum over Hospital there. As Raphael makes a good goalkeeping save from the throw-in, from the corner even. And there's Tavares. He's through again. This time he misses. Didn't go near post this time. Did you see that? Went far post and didn't quite have the same result. Tyrone Williams now. He's dallying on the ball as well. If that had been resulted in a goal, he'd be off the pitch as well. Absolutely unbelievable. How hard is it to kick the ball out of play? You know what I mean? That's Mitch Walker again with the save. He's playing well. Despite conceding 3 goals, I have to say he has saved our bacon. more times than I care to admit this season. Recently we played Birmingham, in fact just before the last episode, and we kept a clean sheet purely thanks to Walker. He was an absolute superstar that day. As there it is, Nemecha with his 13th of the season, and that settles the game. It's all over, isn't it? Whitmore with the header does his best there, but the tackle from Walker puts it back in Nemecha's path. And there you go. It's 4-2 to Reading. Absolutely fully deserved. They've been clinical in front of goal. As Duxbury loses possession, Shotton to Whitmore. Got to get the ball back up front here. Too much is happening in this central area, and that's the result. Nemecha's through on goal. This time fires wide. He is looking for his hat-trick. Both him and Tavares are on a hat-trick if they can get another goal before the end of the game. I have to say though, it looks fairly even. 16 shots to 21. It's not a massive difference. 8 on target compared to now 13. So it's not as if we have been shrinking violets, but we have been well beaten here by a Reading side who I think are a lot better than their league position might suggest. And I'll tell you what, if ever the job comes up at Reading, I will certainly be interested in it. The less said about that, the better though. Nemecha fires wide, but he just walked beyond our defence, suckered him in and got right round the back. Spence goes off the pitch. Good player. Really good player. And there you have it. Our first game of this double episode results in a 4-2 loss. Disappointing result. The play wasn't actually as bad as it looked, or as bad as it seems at 4-2. We are now even with everybody else. Having played 38 games, we sit 5 clear of Preston in 7th. That is the end of the first part of this episode. In a second, we'll be back for the game against Stoke City, who are currently there in 11th. Just as an added little bonus for you before the break, Blackpool, still bottom of the league. They are still 9 points shy of Cardiff in 21st. I think it's game over for the Tangerines. I'll be back after this short break. Welcome back. As you can see, under notable criticism down on the right, the board are concerned with Fylde's 4-2 championship defeat against Reading. I think we can all agree it wasn't our final hour. However, results last night in the championship have put us still in 5th. Stoke are down to 12th, however, so swings and roundabouts. There's still positives. Preston lost their game, which means we are still 5 points clear. In terms of team selection for this game, a couple have come back. Now, Luke Burke straight back into the side at right back. Alex Whitmore starts in defence. No more Tommy Elphick. I'm not putting up with that again. Adam Lewis is in defensive midfield for Bridcut. However, he has been given an injection. I don't normally do that sort of thing because I don't like, prolonging the agony for players. And those injections, those needles, are not nice. But needs must. Let's get through this game. Let's get some points on the board because the next 2 away fixtures are very difficult. I am just going to change our defensive line just slightly. We're going to go back to just a higher defensive line. There you go. And if we can get to team selection, submit our team. Here we go. George Marsh is on the bench. Now, he has recovered a little bit of fitness in the 3 days between games, but he's still not shorn of that little yellow kind of marker that says that he is lacking match fitness. Going to give him a go. If we need him to replace Adam Lewis, he will be there for us. Whether that works out or not is another story. Stoke are pretty much unrecognisable from the team from just a few years ago. Benik Afobe is probably their biggest player, and he is their central striker. As always, it seems at the moment, Chris Hughton had popped over from West Brom to watch our game. He seems to do this quite a lot, and I keep getting told that it's because of Saul Shotton, who is, of course, on loan from... Is that a goal? No, it's not. Offside. Lovely to see the ball there. Can everybody see that? No players. It's not just me, is it? There you go. Game will catch up in a second. Kenneth de Groot picking up an injury. Yes, Chris Hughton always seems to turn up at the Globe Arena. And in fact, I should say at the start, we are back at Mill Farm. This is the big news. The renovation has been completed and AFC Fylde return home to Kirkham, where we are at our own stadium for the first time this season. Thank you to Morecambe for letting us stay at the Globe Arena. Thank you for letting us get some points on the board there. However, we are back at Mill Farm, and hopefully we can cap that off with a celebratory win to welcome us back home as Burke gets down the right, cross into the box, and Fabregas steers the ball home. I had a big choice of whether to leave him out for this game, actually, and freshen up the midfield with Tom Walker or even Nick Horton, but I stuck with Gallagher and Fabregas, and there you go. Burke with the cross, Fabregas diverting the ball with the header. He gets it in on target, and we take the lead against Stoke City. Now, bit of a spoiler for you, Stoke will score. They always seem to score. They just sometimes don't keep the goals out. So expect them to get a score at some point during this game. As here we go with Richards, counter-attack, goal. There you go. As I was saying before, he even picked up the highlight, which by the way was our corner. I think it's worth saying. There you go. That high defensive line not working out for us. That should have been a tackle, should have been a save. Taylor Richards puts Stoke back level, just his second of the season, which is surprising for an attacking midfielder. Something that's not surprising is that Luke Burke picks up a booking. I mean, he does tend to do that basically every game, and in some he picks up 2. So there you go. Stoke having some really good efforts on goal here. Good tackle by Humphreys. There's de Groot. He's through on goal, and Humphreys smashes us ahead. There you go. Absolute chaos. Havoc in the box. Thanks to de Groot. He's just built to whip balls into the box, that lad. The Norwegian. Is he Norwegian? Yes, he is. Under 21 international. Boom. Look at that. On loan man from Humphreys. Pick that out. We can hold on here. We can take the lead into half time. And that's something, just as I say that, Stoke are on the attack. But de Groot has cleared the ball. It's now Humphreys. And now Fiabima. Goal! That's the one that we needed. 3-1. Great vision by Humphreys. Fiabima with his 14th of the season. Look at this ball from Humphreys. Right over the top. Fiabima takes it in his stride. Goes around the goalkeeper. That is what we needed. It's 3-1 to the Coasters at Mill Farm. As de Groot is now... no, he needs bringing off, doesn't he? He's down to 39% as Stoke have a corner. And it's been disallowed, the goal. Nathan Collins pushing a player. There you have it, my friend. Yeah, you can just see him there with his arm out. Good header, though. Got to give him credit. Benica Phobie picking up a booking. We'll do the team talk first, just to say that the efforts were excellent. Absolutely. Agree with Craig Short there. You know what you're talking about, my friend. De Groot coming off. He's going to come off for Jovan Malcolm, who really does deserve a few more opportunities than he gets. In central midfield, I'm going to leave Lewis on until the hour, and then it's going to be George Marsh. Don't like taking de Groot off because he's a really good player for us, but obviously suffering that bit of an injury in the first half now. Here comes Fiabima. Lightning pace. Back post. Malcolm scores. It's 4-1. The Coasters are running rampant at Mill Farm. which includes a nice big screen over there in the far corner. Don't know if you saw that, much like it does at the real Mill Farm. There you go. Look, back post header from Jovan Malcolm. Says it's an awkward angle, but well, that looked a bit of an awkward celebration. Nothing to worry about, and in fact, I'm going to take off Adam Lewis now. He's done well for us, but that injection he took on was beyond the call of duty, and now he's replaced by George Marsh, who will probably be his long-term replacement in that position for the next few games. Whitmore, the man who came in playing well, and he got his header on target there. Sorry, didn't get his header on target, almost did. Joel Valencia on for Elvis Manu, who has momentarily picked up a booking as he was coming off the pitch. George Marsh picks up his yellow card, a yellow ticket, his 9th of the season, as Benica Fobi departs. Surprising that. Moritz Bauer now picks up a booking. It's all action, isn't it, on the hour mark, as Jovan Malcolm makes a block, as does Alex Whitmore. Look at the performance from the Fylde boys. A sea of green. There's only 2 players not in that green category. One of them is the goalkeeper, of course, as always. The other one is a substitute. Great performance now. Saul Shotton back to Mitch Walker. Let's keep it simple, boys. Let's have the F word, focus. Burke up the other end of the field, but it's cleared, and that is going to create a problem because he's now out of position. Goal for Afalabi. Joel Valencia with the assist. This does not look good. Yeah, we were caught upfield really. Mitch Walker in no man's land. I mean, one side or the other, but it is a goal back for Stoke now. 4-2. As I said, if you've got a Coasters ticket, you are going to see some goals. It has been all action over the last 4 or 5 games. There's been plenty of goals, plenty to enjoy from the stands. As we enter the 75th minute, I think it's time for a quick change. Saul Shotton is not doing so well at the back there, is he? 57%. He's played a lot of football. I don't really have a replacement for him. Let's do something creative, shall we? I'm going to bring on Walker to play in central midfield. In fact, is anybody better at that position? Gallagher. I'm going to put Marsh at centre back. No, I'm not. That seems a recipe for disaster. I'm going to put Duxbury in there, who can cover and isn't too bad doing it either. If you put him on the left side, he is left-footed. So that's something that we can utilise. Keep Burke on the right. That's where he does all his damage. As Marsh, here you go with the cross. No, now he's out of position again. Stop losing the ball. Valencia, good block there. But Vincent Young finds a midriff of Mitch Walker. Whitmore picks up his 7th yellow card. Not too worried about that, as long as it doesn't turn into a red. But we're now approaching 85 minutes, at which point we will employ the dark arts. We will start shutting this show down. Just as I say that, Jordan Cousins brings Stoke within 1 goal. What do I do now? Right, we keep it going to the 88th minute. That's what we do. Another assist by Joel Valencia. Good substitute appearance for him. Let's see if we can get to 88 on the clock. We can. Fantastic. Right, pause the game. Here we go. In possession. No overlapping anymore. Not doing that. Tempo low. Time wasting high. Do not dribble anywhere. Be disciplined. Couldn't care less about working into the box. Attacking width is narrow. In transition, we will hold shape. We will regroup. Slow the pace down. Out of possession, we're going to bring this right back. We're also going to drop the defensive line. Tight marking, present goal for you. Not too worried about that. Pressing, yes, let's have lots of it. Offside trap, no. There we are. All we have to do is see out the remaining few minutes. 5 minutes of added time. Stoke are going to get a chance in that time. They will definitely get a chance. In fact, they've got a corner, but it's not resulting in a highlight. Those are the corners that I like for the opposition. And we've passed 95. Blow the whistle, ref. Mr. Anthony Taylor blows the whistle, and Fylde have won this game. It is a 4-3 win back at Mill Farm. Craig Short saying that it was excellent. It certainly was. Well done to Craig Short. Bang on the money. Our next game is actually against Middlesbrough, who are 22nd. What does that tell you? And that has just given us a great chance of being in the playoffs. Fylde now 72 points. Preston 64. That's an 8-point swing needed by the North End. 10 points if you're Bristol City. 11 Nottingham Forest. 12 Sheffield Wednesday. It's not going to happen, is it? We're not going to lose that many. We tend to have sort of a win-loss kind of run at the minute. And in fact, in the form table, wonder where we sit. Yeah, 7th. That's not actually that bad. Considering our next opponent's Middlesbrough, bottom. They have lost their last 5 at least. Let's have a quick look at them. Apparently it was a shock result for us. Didn't think it was that big of a shock, considering the way we've been playing. Oh, look at that for Middlesbrough. They have not won a game since Nottingham Forest at the end of January. And in fact, that's 1 win, 13 games. That really does give me hope. They've even lost to Blackpool and MK Dons. I think we've got a chance there. We've got a massive chance to get something out of that game and continue our really solid run. Thank you for joining me for today's double episode. In fact, Lee Bowyer is the manager of Middlesbrough, I'm just saying. We had a loss against Reading, probably one of the best teams in the Championship, and absolutely criminal that they're not involved in the playoff picture. And then we had the win over Stoke City. 3 goals for them, 4 for ourselves. Another 4-goal haul, and it's a game with plenty of goals. In fact, since there was a clean sheet in a Coasters game, I mean, it's that one against Aston Villa, isn't it? It was us. But apart from that, look at all these goals. 3-1, 4-2, 4-3, 2-1, 4-2, 4-3. Amazing. This is the sort of stuff that you need as a football fan, especially considering the current climate where fans aren't allowed to attend games, especially for AFC Fylde and the likes. It's good to see that there's so many goals and so much enjoyment through Football Manager that we can all share in. That's all for me today. Thank you, and I will see you next time when the Coasters will take on Swansea? Blackburn? Somebody. I'll see you then.